Hello everyone, I'm Beardy Blocks. Now I finally got this done. It's taken me absolute ages to get this done. Yeah, and as I can't do redstone at night, my redstoning abilities, I seem to go past a certain hour, and my redstone just goes to pot. So all this has to be done when I can find time in the day. But then, but yeah, it is working, and I know a lot of people are going to complain it's a little bit clunky. I mean, that's just the way it is. It is perfectly synced because it has to be perfectly synced. If it wasn't perfectly synced, just by the nature of the pixel display design, I mean, it's an epic pixel display design on the base. It doesn't cause any lag whatsoever. Yeah, because when I was using redstone lamps, I was finding there was a bit of lag coming through, and I was suffering from a bit of lag. It's a lot better now on this later edition because I've changed to 1.5 now, and it runs a lot nicer. But then yeah, this is super lag friendly, you know, super lag friendly. I can make a bureau de change out of these things, and it wouldn't be lagging my computer out. But yeah, let's take a little look at the redstone. And also one thing before we go back there, before I say, when you're building something like this that you want to look like it's sticking out from the wall, if you put it right against the wall, you're going to get some horrible shadows being cast down the wall. So all of this room, all of the shelves are set back from the wall so they don't cast nasty shadows. And how I've got past it with the clock is just by doing the first layer with something transparent. You could get away with this. Cauldrons would be my alternative to this, and I to be honest, you know, I'm looking at it, I'm surprised I didn't use cauldrons. Cauldrons would be quite good. But yeah, you can use anything that's transparent for this. But yeah, I'm on spectator mode, aren't I? Yeah, thanks to a friend who told me that I should go through walls in spectator mode, not just hack a hole. Yeah, thanks to you. Thanks for your noob support there. But yeah, this is the beast, mate. And this, as I said, I went through a few iterations. As you can see in the distance behind all these modules here, these are the modules that I'm going to explain to you what's going on. As you can see in the distance there, that was the pixel display design one. I would go and show you, but it does get a little bit laggy when I get really close to it. But then, yeah, it's yeah, this works so much better, and yeah, it's most of these modules as well. The two significant modules, which are the two down the end down there, are done by the same guy. It's a guy called Cass from Maizuma Games, and the guy has some brain on him, I have to say. His module designs, it's probably the best I've got going at the minute. I mean, I use my top choice for modules was probably Ilmango before, because Ilmango and still is a very go-to place. I mean, the little timer on the end there. We'll go talk about that in a minute, but there's certain videos that I go to as common resources, and a lot of them are Ilmango stuff. But Maizuma Games is such a valuable resource to somebody like me who is a bit of a I build this is kind of Frankenstein contraption where, you know, I'll go watch a lot of modular designs, understand the modules, and then come off and strap them all together to try and do something else. You know, I couldn't design these modules by myself because they're absolutely genius. And this is the pixel display. This is my own design, really innovative. But yeah, no, this is how everybody does this. There's only a few ways you can do this. You know, it was all the manual sort of stuff. The only thing I really created was this Scorpion alternator that I designed. But we're going to talk about this now, and this is the RAM. The RAM is where every single frame on this is stored in here. So this line here is, I believe, the 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock minute hand. This is the 1 o'clock minute hand, 2 o'clock minute hand, 3 o'clock minute hand, all the way down to 11. I know that might seem confusing that I did 12 all the way through, but I just wanted to. It's good when you do it. It makes sense when you're making a clock face. And then with these are the hour hands. And what happens is gradually my little alternator. Let me just go on a descent here. Oh yeah, I'm on spectator mode, aren't I? I can't go into freefall. But yeah, if we go down here, down onto the bottom bit, we can see where my little scorpion things are churning out their pulses. So all of the signals to tell what hand to go are getting controlled by this. This is like 100 tick game timer, and every time that ticks, it moves moves a item through this run here. And moves it onto, so what hand are we on at the minute? So the hand is down here at the minute. We're on, it's 12 clock. Now this, yeah, now it's five minutes past. Then it'll be 10 minutes past, and so on. And all of these lead out onto these frames and tells which frame to go. Now, it would probably been easier if I came over to this first and showed you. So yeah, as I said, you need to go check out Mazuma Games channel, because he is going to do a much better explanation of what I'm going to do now. Now look, if I just hold on 2 secs. Okay, so now I'm in creative. So now I'm going to go and describe the little module, the individual module to start off with, and then I'll describe how it works as a big block. So basically what happens here, this module saves a state, so you can tell it whether this pixel should be in an on or an off, and the whole system memorizes what you tell it to memorize. So basically how this works is this lever here, say if that gets turned on, you've programmed your pixel. This is how you program your pixel. So hold on, I'll turn it back to an off state. You can see that this will come through here, but because this is locked here, the current is going to stop here. So yeah, I'll turn it back on. That is where the current stops. It can't pass through here because it's being powered by this one here. Now if we press this button here, it will turn off this, allowing the current to pass through down into this system down here. So now this is all being trapped inside here. But at the minute, because this line, the green line, is being powered, this repeater is being powered, and it's going into the side of this comparator. Now this comparator is set into a subtract mode. So basically the power that is coming into the back of this comparator and the power that is coming into the side of this comparator equal, so they cancel each other out. So there is no output going into the blue one there that I've got my cursor on, which means that there's no output coming through and being communicated into this one. So now what I can do, so I can now, if I could turn this off, this has now been all trapped. This is now the signal is now being kept inside this, ready to be released the moment I let go of this one here. So the moment this turns off, by clicking this one, so that's depowered the green run, it is now allowed that saved state to then be communicated out onto this pixel. Now if I just and you can just turn that on and off, so every time you'd power that one, it would turn on and off. Now so let me give you a demonstration on a bigger scale. So what we're going to do is we're going to save a state into the first frame. So what we've got is we've got different frames going back as I described over there, and what we're going to do is save that state. So what we've got a line down that one, so we are going to save frame state there. Right, so that's that one. So I'm going to now turn that one off, back to a blank screen, and then we are going to save our next state. So I think we'll go a line across the top. And we are going to press the button to save it into frame 2. So now we have got this one loaded up, ready to rock. We are going to turn this one off and then program a third state. We'll go down the bottom and we will do this. And then we will go to the third frame and save it into, that's frame 2. And then I'll put another one on there just for shits and giggles. Yeah, so now that one's saved into that one. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'll turn all these off. Well, you don't have to turn them off. You could leave them on. It makes no difference. I could have left them all on regardless. Well, I could, if I left the ones on from the first frame, it would have just ended up layering up and it would have been a bad demonstration. But what we're going to do is then I'm going to fire up the green run. So I'm going to do the transmit frame 1. So if I pull that, that's what I saved on frame 1. And what happens as well, things overlap, so they don't interfere with each other. All the things run at the same time. If I then power that one will also run its frame at the same time as that one, so you see both frames simultaneously. And then also that one. Oh, hold on, did I just pull the wrong one? Oh, what an idiot. Frame 4, we didn't program frame 4, did we? Right, there we go. There we go, and it's a C for Cass, who designed the thing, and he was a bloody genius because he also designed this next one that I'm about to show you. And yeah, this is the pixel display. I should probably show you how that goes about over here. So all I did was then just go and program every single frame, piece by piece. So 12 o'clock would have been there, and then I would have done a 1, 5 past 1, that one, then 2 up from that one, and then 1 up to the diagonal of that one. This is like the core. Yeah, there is a nice little core. I was thinking about putting a little bedroom in here. You know, it took me that long to build. It's like if I bought a Ferrari, you know, I'd want to put a bed in it because if I spend that much money, I want to sleep in the bloody. And this is the same. I spent so much time on this. I kind of want a bed in there, so at least I can spend the night in there. Spent many a night in there. Would have needed to if this was real life. But yeah, and then onto the pixel display. Right? So this pixel display is another really good design. And as I said, I chose this one because it works. It's totally lag free. I say it's totally lag free. I've had a few little bits of lag, but I think that's more to do with the place that I've built it, and we're getting there's a big vista, and it doesn't like looking at the ground and stuff. But then yeah, this is the pixel display. So there are limitations to this. They can't be fired simultaneously. That's why the output at the end is a little bit sporadic, a little bit does one row and then another row, it does the rows alternate, is because they can't be fired simultaneously, but that's just the way it is. And yeah, if you see you do some sort of stimulation to the bottom observer, it changes the corresponding pixel, moves a block out that corresponds to it. This is how you row up huge walls. You could just have a wall of these. I mean, I went with a circular because I'm doing a clock. But then, yeah, you can make these whatever shape you want. And the same with this, you know, when Castor did his, he describes it well, because if he describes it enough so that I can understand it. I'm not the greatest redstone. A lot of people think that. A lot of people just see this and you think really intimidating. It's not. It's if you've got people to explain and understand the really complex stuff, it makes making these Frankenstein contraptions very easy. And as I said, the only module in this that I designed, and even this, is just so this is just an elaboration of what was usually a dropper one, but because of the way I wanted to fan it out, I just wanted to space it out a bit more. And yeah, there's my timer over here. This was done from an Ilmango video. I've probably linked it before, but there's one Ilmango video that I come back to. It's one of his videos on timers. I've probably watched it 10-20 times now. It's a really good video, and I come back to it all the time. Yeah, and this is what's governing the speed of the clock. So that comes down here. There's an item somewhere within here. It'll be over here at the minute, so it's in here. The tick comes, that pumps it into this one. And yeah, I needed this. The good thing about this run as well, because I was going to use a piston feed tape to do this, but the problem with piston feed tapes is the speed that it goes around the corners it's not consistent speed, that it changes every time. So the alternation, it would get down to this corner, and then the time that it takes to change between these would be different to the time it takes to change to go around the corner. And that wasn't good enough, because of the way this 1x1 pixel display works. It needs to be absolute precise timings. That's why I know that there's nothing I can do about the timing issues on there, and it's all down to the game lag and how it renders on screen. Because if the timings weren't absolutely bang on, it wouldn't work. I'd have problems. But yeah, if I was going to do it again, I mean, as you saw, I mean the hand change there, I would make it a little bit bigger and make it so that the small hand can be a little bit more defined and a little bit neater. I don't think the small hand is quite as neat as I would like. So I would like a slightly bigger clock. And I did say clock there, Mrs. Blocks. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it as that at that. Yeah, and I do want to say before I go, again, thank you, Cass. This has been really, really helpful videos that you've put up. His modules, just go check them out. They really are something to... they really are amazing. Just go check them out. But yeah, anyhow, I've been Beardy Blocks. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye-bye. Beardy Blocks.